Thank you for staying with us. We switch gears right now and we'll talk about the development in Osun State, about the local government administration, which has gone comatose. Actually, it has been grounded since February for the back and forth about who owns the right to be at the local government. Is it the yes or no local government chairman, as they been called, or the seat at home, as they have been called, the chairman produced by the August 22 elections? All of them of the PD funds within this period hasn't been paid. And the Osun State government has come out to say they have been paying through their sweat and their blood, because even though those workers, in-okay workers at home, they deserve to be paid, even though they are not working. But now they can't continue to be. There have been court pronouncements and judgments and all of those things. But then just a few days ago, the Nigerian Bar Association, got involved in the matter, intervened, and they wrote a letter to the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, SAN, to say there's a respectful request for the federal government to direct the immediate release of local government allocation belonging to local government in Osun State. This is their position, as you have on the screen, and they say respectfully urging the federal government to pay these. And the governor has reacted to these developments, thanking the NBA, the Obas, for the support. And, this morning again saying, please pay these funds because it's for the Osun people. A few weeks ago, I was in a place where the Commissioner of Information said either it's the APC or the PDP people that are in power. One thing is sure, this money belongs to the Osun people. So it's unfair that under any guise, the money is not being paid. Now that the NBA, at the national level, has intervened, we'll wait to see what will happen. Now, many persons will say, what is the position of NBA on this matter? Are they an interested party or a meddlesome interloper? Do you know the antecedents? And the NBA even said court judgment and pronouncement until as recent as vindicated to say the PDP produced chairmen are the rightful chairmen. So they should occupy the office and the local government fund should be paid. And that's getting many persons worried to say you are picking a side. We have one of them here. He's a lawyer, a member of the Barr, but of course, the special advisor to Governor Adeleke on legal matters, Barrister Nurudeen Kareem, is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you here again.
Good morning.
Of course, you had me. The question is, why does it appear like the NBA is picking a side, your side?
Well, the Nigerian Bar Association, as an umbrella body for lawyers in the country, is I would describe it as a super interest group. It's not just an interest group meant to protect the interests of lawyers alone. It has a special, crucial role to play in governance, democracy, justice, and rule of law. And this is what the NBA has done in the Osun local government unpacks. Now, this will not be the first time that the NBA gets involved in a matter that affects or that has to do with constitution, proper interpretation of the law, that has to do with justice, that has to do with the polity. This is not the first time. Now, we cannot say the NBA is taking a side. The NBA did not just wake up one day and said, okay, it is the PDP chairman that are the legitimate officials that should occupy local government. Didn't just wait. The NBA, if you look at the letters sent to the Attorney General Federation, the NBA has made it clear that when the matter became very serious, threatening the basic governance in the state, be an integral part of the country, the NBA at the national level had to set up an ad hoc committee to look into the issues. The committee brought together all the court judgments, all the court judicial pronouncements on the issue. They reviewed the judgment, they reviewed facts and issues involved. And at the end of the process, they came with well-grounded recommendation from the court judicial pronouncements. Now, you see, there is one thing about judiciary. Judiciary, you will see, you will hardly see a court coming out to tell the public whenever there is argument as to what it means by its judgment. The judge will never come out to address the press.
Absolutely.
That don't mind them, oh, this is what I mean by judgment. They are just saying their own. Because even if the argument continues for a decade, the judge that gave the judgment will never come out to address the press. The NBA, in a way, serves as the mouth for the judiciary. We have had instances in which whenever there is any issue that has to do with the judiciary, it is the NBA
All right,
that speaks. So what the NBA has just said is just the truth. I came here about a month ago. I said something. When you asked me about this issue, I told you, if there is any purported controversy as to who are the legitimate officials at local government between the APC chairman and PDP chairman, I told you the controversy is artificial. The controversy has been deliberately created by some people who want to leverage on their executive power at the national level just to destabilize governance in the state.
All right, Brother Nurudeen, you have said it that the NBA serves as the spokes, as the mouthpiece of the judiciary. It's easy for you to say so because that's the point.
Don't get me right. I say we are not, in a way.
Yes, that's
they
what you
come
said.
Out. Come out.
Let me land exactly.
To make things clear to members of the public.
And here's my point. Some of our viewers will disagree with you, saying you are saying this simply because it favors you. Fine. The NBA has stepped in cases where there's been, misunderstanding. In the case of River State, for instance, the NBA came out, took a position when Mr. President, declared state of emergency and suspended the governor and all that. The NBA rose up in support of the people, in support of the governor, saying the president had no right to do that.
Yes.
Now, in this case, the NBA has taken a position. But let's get it clear that only the court can determine who legitimately occupies the local governments in Osun State and not the NBA. The NBA has no right. Let's get it clear. You're a lawyer and you know that as well. That the
NBA has said.
No right.
What the NBA has said is that a court has declared, a court that has jurisdiction to declare that this is the person that is entitled to occupy local government.
Which is still under contention. That's the point. It has not been laid to rest.
No, it has been laid to rest. As we speak, no any appeal at the Supreme Court. As I speak to you, NBA has made it clear in their letter to the AGF that what the NBA has done, NBA has not taken the job of the court. NBA is only saying that this is what the court
that's the yes, that's the NBA's opinion. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yes, that's their opinion.
It's their opinion and not the law. My question is, what is the significance of the opinion of the NBA in the Osun case at this time?
Now, the significance is, as a body of lawyers in Nigeria, when we talk about legal expertise, we cannot, when there are issues as to what the court means by a particular judgment, we cannot go to the Association of Carpenters to say it is their opinion that will guide us on what the court says.
So you see this as an informed opinion.
As an informed opinion by legal expert. Not only, and this one, not only that the NBA president has just spoken in an interview as a kind of allusion to the issue happening in the state. The NBA set up an ad hoc committee who took their time to look at about 6 different judgments bordering on Osun local government imbroglio. And then after reviewing all the judicial pronouncements, NBA came up with recommendation. And their conclusion, what the NBA is not a court. I'm not saying what the NBA has said is binding.
My point exactly. Yeah.
No, what the NBA has said is NBA is not a court. But they are in the best position whenever there is an issue disputations as to interpretation of court judgment. When the NBA gives a view, I think we should consider that view on issue of law as an informed view. That is it.
All right. Now that the AGF is in the picture right now, we had an interview with the Commissioner for Information, and I asked him that question when that case was raised, when the AGF actually wrote the Supreme Court saying that even Osun State is guilty, is the one in contravention of the law and should refund about 7 months allocation. What do you say about that particular issue?
That now, this is it. What the AGF said then, we filed a case. The AGF reacted in a counter affidavit. Many people were saying then, they also will refund. Refund what? Who paid Osun State? Was it not the same federal government? Was the Osun the only state paid? No. There was a judgment in AG Federation versus AG Abia State and 35 others. The Supreme Court gave judgment. It was this same AG that took, AG Federation that took AG States to court over local government autonomy. Now the Supreme Court gave judgment as far back as July 2024. But the AGF himself acknowledged the fact that as at the time the Supreme Court gave the judgment, many states had not prepared to conduct local government election. And the law is there. Our Electoral Act stipulates that whenever any local government election is to be conducted, the local election commission in that state must give the electorate and other political parties 360 days notice. If any state government had decided then in 2024 to just to conduct a local government election within 1 month, just to comply with the law, the person will still run foul of the provisions of the law. So many state governments began to give notice then. And you remember, the federal government could not just say because the Supreme Court gave that judgment, they will withhold the local government allocations, because many of the primary health workers, teachers, traditional rulers, local government workers, they are paid from the allocations, disbursement from the federal allocation. So it was a kind of understanding between the federal government and the states that they will continue to pay the allocations to states until all the states conduct their local government elections. But as at then, before the Supreme, fortunately for Osun State, before the Supreme Court gave the judgment in July, Osun State had already given notice. Osun State OSEC had already given notice to conduct local government election. So it was not only Osun State that the federal government disbursed the money to. The allocations were disbursed to all the states of the federation. Who disbursed the money? Was it not the same federal government that got the judgment?
All right.
How would the same federal government now turn around and say, no, also we return the allocation? If he said that, what happens to other states?
All right, Barry.
Why sinking us out? If not, like I've said, if not, there is a premeditated plan to destabilize governance.
All right. Saying there's a personal interest.
Yes.
Now, let me ask you.
There's no doubt about that.
All right. The NBA in that letter, just like you said, they made up, actually constituted another committee on the local government impasse in Osun State, and the scope, it was constituted by the NBA president, Mazi Afram Osigwe, and the scope is to review the judgment along with any and all relevant provisions of the Constitution, federal, state statute, as well as related subsidiary legislation. Now, in one of the paragraphs, they said the NBA holds the considered view that the withholding of allocations meant for local government in Osun State will amount to a violation of the Constitution, a disregard for the rule of law, and an affront on the pronouncement, clear pronouncement of the court. And they said it cannot, and they went on and on like that. Their positions we are currently seeing now. Two questions for me. Number one is this. These letters be written to the AGF, and the heading says respectful request. Now, why do you think all this pleading, all this conversation, all these talks has been about the AGF? What Why the AGF? Why Lateef Fagbemi? Why are you directing everything to him? And what do you think is at the center point of this conversation? Number one. Then number two, why are you not pleading? Why are you not talking? Why are you not demanding that this funds be released from Mr. President himself, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in which you and your principals has vowed, promised to work for? Why picking out the AGF Lateef Fagbemi? What's his own on this, in this matter?
No.
If you can answer us clearly.
No. I will answer as a lawyer.
Please.
You see, anything that has to do with law, the AGF stands for the Nigerian president. In this case, I cited now, AG Abia State, AG Federation versus AG Abia State and 35 others, instituted by the federal government last year. What name will you see there as the plaintiff or claimant? AG Federation, not Mr. President. I'm citing that example for you to understand the position, that position. When it comes to law, he represents the federal government.
No, I said that because not just only the case of this letter written by the NBA, even previous conversations, even politicians, everybody have been mentioning Lateef Fagbemi.
NBA cited,
are you afraid to call out the president?
NBA referenced a particular letter written in March to the Minister of Finance. Hinting the Minister of Finance that they should only release allocations to APC chairmen, that they are the legitimate officials at local government. Who wrote that letter to the Minister of Finance? AGF. That's if I wrote the letter. NBA quoted it in their letter to AGF that in March this year, AGF wrote a letter to the Minister of Finance instructing him that, or hinting him that APC chairman who had already been sacked.
So did you take it up? Did you take it up legally? That's the point. When the AGF wrote that letter instructing the Minister of Finance to pay the APC chairman, did you take it up in a court of law?
No. Yes, there was a case at the Federal High Court here, filed in May. You will notice.
I'm talking about specifically regarding the action of the AGF.
In that action at the Federal Court.
Filed by who? Who filed it?
Filed by the Attorney General of Osun State. Okay. The AGF was joined. The CBN governor was joined. I think the Minister of Finance was joined.
Barrister, hold on, please. Hold on, Barrister. Let me clarify something.
It was that case.
Barrister, hold on. I'm not talking about joining him in the case.
Yeah.
I'm talking about specifically addressing the fact that he wrote, you are saying that allegedly he wrote a letter to the Minister of Finance.
That was
it taken up directly?
That is what is addressing that case. And the court gave an injunction ordering all parties to maintain status quo ante bellum. And I think that was the reason they had not perfected their plans to release allocations to the sacked APC local government chairman. The matter is still pending before the Federal High Court in Osogbo.
One of my questions, Barrister, is this: what is Lateef Fagbemi's interest in this matter? Do you think there is anything?
In my opinion,
okay,
it is unfortunate that our Oga Lateef Fagbemi is our Oga in this profession. In fact, as a matter of fact, I was part of the delegation to the Osun State lawyers team that handled the case of local government autonomy. When I saw him in the court today, I went to greet him. In fact, we took a photograph together for you to know that it's a person that we respect a lot as a senior advocate of Nigeria, as our Oga in this process. But it's unfortunate that Chief Lateef Fagbemi has allowed himself to be used in this way. Is it not ironical?
I hope you have your fact.
Yes. Is it not ironical that the chief law officer of the Federation is the one that the NBA is calling to order?
But he's not acting for himself.
No.
You have said it, that he's representing the president.
He's representing the president.
Yeah.
He's the one believed officially to be advising the federal
government. So why are we dealing? Why are we dealing with the messenger and not the person who sent him.
If you look at the letter, interchangeably, the NBA uses AGF, federal government.
Yes.
Because when it comes to matter of law, he represents.
So it's not personal. Yes. It's not personal.
It's not personal. But because he is the chief law officer of the federation, it is believed that whatever the federal government does, bordering on law, constitution, he is the one that gives the advice. Because that is his position.
But why?
So now I've talked about him being
governor.
I'm not saying it categorically.
Yeah.
That any person is using it.
Okay.
What I'm saying is some decisions, some steps taken by the Attorney General of Federation. I personally find them very disappointing. Let me give you one.
Yeah, and we have
the letter written by the AGF, Prime Minister, the letter is being questioned by the NBA now. In spite of the clear, lucid judicial pronouncement, on what basis would the AGF write a letter to the Minister of Finance?
Let's take your final thought. Why do you think all of these things are happening? And what's the position of the local government in Osun State?
No, the allocation is not, the federal government has withheld the allocation.
What's the hope? You keep begging, you keep pleading. Are you helpless? Is Osun State government helpless?
No. You see that, if you see the way the governor...
Because you have been begging, pleading.
No, if you see
because of political expediency.
The way the governor of Osun State approaches this matter, because the governor sees President Bola Ahmed Tinubu as his father.
And he can't go to his father to say, give me my funds?
Now.
Or give them their funds?
Even you will realize, you will note that upon all this executive impunity from the federal government, the governor has pledged support.
And that's why you rather call out a Latif Fagbemi and not the president.
The governor has pledged support out of fear of not losing his seat. Let's say it as it is.
No. You don't have to say.
Hold on. The governor of Osun State pledged support for Mr. President simply because he wants to retain his seat.
Was it President Buhari that voted Governor Adeleke?
Governor Adeleke is a PDP governor. He's the leader of the PDP in Osun State. Is it President
Tinubu that will vote Adeleke for his second term? So I disagree with you to say that it's because the governor does not want to lose his seat. Was it President Tinubu that will come and vote?
By Nurudeen, if Governor Adeleke were not contesting again for a second term, would he be pledging support for the president when his party will definitely produce a candidate for presidency?
He can. That's what I've said. Governor Adeleke sees President Tinubu as his father.
Okay.
Yes.
His father from another party.
From another party. No, belonging to different. Belonging to different political parties. Let me give you a history. In 2003.
Yeah, we have to go.
When President Obasanjo was the president.
Right.
Most governors in the Southwest who did not belong to PDP, they supported him.
All right. Your final.
We have a president. So for somebody to say Governor Adeleke support Tinubu because he wants, it is not. Also people, also voters are the ones to determine.
But I think the question is asking, why will you...
are also people the ones who told him to back another party for president? Is that the stance of the Osun people? I've asked that question before.
I think so many questions.
Is that the stance of the Osun people?
We have to go.
No. The backing Tinubu does not have to do with...
So why is governor backing somebody that is not releasing his fund? The fund means for his people.
You see, get it. Get me.
Yeah, but people are getting it.
The governor is not directly accusing Tinubu now.
But you rather accusing the AGF.
No, some people, okay. When somebody, when anything, I've told you,
yes,
in the area of law, constitutionalism, before the matter gets to the president,
you have to go through the...
It has to go through the...
Is there any political solution in the offing now to this matter? Because I
believe there will be.
All right.
And not one thing.
Thank you.
The NBA has not just requested the AGF, and the federal government to release also funds to PDP chairman.
Okay.
The NBA has actually issued a soft threat to institute public interest litigation.
Against who?
Against the federal government.
All right. We'll wait to see.
Because the NBA has described what is going on as a dangerous precedent.
Finally, in 30 seconds, we're out of time. In 30 seconds, should we expect a court ruling before this can happen, before the funds can be released to us?
Well, if with the letter of the NBA to the AGF, I think I salute the NBA You know, it would have been another thing if after getting their conclusion, NBA just approaches the court. It will look other way. NBA has taken a very
so waiting for the AGF to take
waiting
action.
for the AGF to. They are now saying if the AGF of federal government refuses
Barrister Nurudeen
to
Kareem,
take necessary action, then we approach the court. And I want to tell you, even as of today, Osun government is not quiet.
Okay.
We have not folded our arms.
Okay.
As I speak, there are about 2 cases before the federal court.
Barrister, we'll talk about this some other time. We are totally have to. I've been prompted over and over. We have to go. Nurudeen Kareem is a lawyer and the special advisor to Mr. Governor Ademola Adeleke of Osun State. We wish you, your party, and the Osun people all the best in this particular matter because this is Osun people's money and they deserve it.
Yes.
All right, Femi Ojo is my name. It's good and great to be back to see you again. We come for the final edition of this program for this week tomorrow. Big shout out to the production team that has put this together. Let's be human. Let's be lovely. Very importantly, stay alive. Femi Ojo is my name. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Join us again tomorrow for a fresh edition of Morning Spring on Western Spring Television. Emeka Daniel is my name. Do have a fantastic day. Good morning.